How's this 7-year-old Ontario Syrah is holding up right now? That is the question. This is day 32 of our YouTube challenge of tasting a different Canadian wines every single day until we hit 1,000 subscriber. So today we're tasting another wine from Icellars, one of the top producer in Niagara on the Lake. They're located on the 4 Mile Creek appellation. Today we're tasting their 2019 Wismer Park Syrah. So they're a winery from the Niagara on the Lake region, sourcing grape from one of the top grower, Craig Wismer, from the Park Vineyard on the 20 Mile Bench. So the fruits, the grapes are from the next appellation on the other region of Niagara and from a colder vintage. I want to remind people that 2019 was the best Chardonnay Pinot Noir vintage in recent memories. Now we have a Syrah. So how is that Syrah showing right now? Is it coming over the top? So I just opened the bottle. On the nose, super savory, super floral. A bunch of notes of blueberry fruit, but also darker cherry and cassis. But what stands out to me is there's no oxidation on the nose, and there's a lot of savoriness, typical for colder climate Syrah. And coming from a colder vintage, that's what I'm expecting. So from the nose, I don't expect that Syrah to be going down anytime soon. This is very interesting. So 7-year-old, let's remember, we tasted yesterday and the day before, if you were here with us, the Code 2020 Vintage Syrah from the Okanagan. So from the other side of the country, this one is rich and plush and concentrated. So let's see what we have here with this Ontario Niagara 20 Mile Bench fruit. I really like that nose. Really cold climate. Oh yeah. This wine is not going down anytime soon. Beautiful Syrah. Very varietal specific on the palate as well. So smokiness, blue and dark fruit, Christmas spice on the end. Great weight on the mid palate. The tannin has resolved into the wine, though. There's no pulling anywhere. There's no astringents from the tannin anywhere. So that wine has hit this prime window of drinkability now. It's right in it. And at 7-year-old, I was expecting 7 to 10-year-old. Now it's just hitting its prime window. So this one has longer in front of him. I can see another 3-4 years for this wine. 24 months in oak, 25 to 30% new. The oak is well resolved as well, just like the tannin. This is a spectacular wine. The big brother of the 2020. So that same wine, Icellars Syrah, but 2020 was part of my top 5 wine of the year in 2024. 2020 was the blockbuster vintage for Syrah. So 19, which is much colder, provide you something much different. But great structure, great length, enough weight on the mid palate to make it compelling, and tiny production. 90 cases made. There was 2 barrels of that wine from the 2019. So I love what Icellars do. I truly do. I think they are a rock star producers for red wine in Niagara on the Lake. Totally love their portfolio. Syrah's at the top. Syrah and Cabernet Sauvignon are some of my top wines from that producer. And if you look for Syrah from Ontario, which is much more rare than it is from BC, Casaba produced Syrah. Also, Leaning Post is one of the other producer to look for Syrah, but that Iceller 2019, looking for something a little bit more, I would say, uh, precise, compact, and This is a beautiful wine. I give that wine 93 points, and yeah, another 3 to 4 years to go, no doubt about that. Beautifully balanced. So this is Icellars Syrah from Wismer Park Vineyard, and a 93-point Carl's Wine Club. Thank you for joining. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the bell below. That's what we do every day. We taste a new Canadian wines every day here on YouTube until we hit 1,000 subscribers. So join, help us to spread the love about Canadian wines, because we sure truly believe that we produce world-class Canadian wines. So hey, thank you for joining. Tomorrow, I'm going to give it another try and see how that wine has evolved over the last 24 hours. And I have some beef stew here. Okay. We'll see how's that wine with the beef stew. Thank you for joining.